It's the strangest, most backward, disrespectful thing I think I've seen in a very long time.
And that is the voice of Midland, Texas Mayor Patrick Payton, who is now our guest on Washington Watch. Mayor Payton, welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to be here with you.
Well, we're glad to have you. Tell us why you said earlier this week, what exactly is the most backward thing you think you've ever seen?
Well, the most backward thing that we have ever seen is waking up Sunday morning and in the matter of from Saturday to Sunday morning, finding out that the federal government had signed a lease on a property here in Midland, Texas, that used to be what we call a man camp. It's basically a work resort. And by that night, by Sunday night at 11:30, the first load of minors from the border, unaccompanied minors, would be coming up to this facility that was already staffed by federal employees of all different branches involved in immigration, Federal Protective Services, DHS, Office of Refugee Resettlement. And to top it all off, I had not been given a phone call by any representative of the Biden administration or the government. The county judge out here had not had a phone call at all. We didn't have any emails sent to us. Next thing we knew, we were in meetings over the phone with federal employees on Sunday night trying to get as many questions as we could possibly get answered before this facility was propped up. Like I said, the first busload of kids came in about 11:30, and as of today, we have right at 500 kids in the facility. With the news I got this morning, which I'm sure it's already past this, is 53 of them COVID positive. And we're just trying to deal with the fallout of an immigration detention center being propped up in the middle of our community without anybody being told about it or asked about it.
Now, Mayor, most of us have not been the mayor of a city before, and so we haven't had experience interacting with state or federal authorities as representatives of a city. How unusual was this incident and this experience? Was it really different than what you've experienced in the past?
Well, it would probably be best to help you to know that I was sworn into office January of 2020. So my first year in office has included an economic downturn, COVID-19. We've had over a month of communist protesters here in Midland, Texas. We've had record weather incidences. And now
it's been a fun year for you, it sounds like.
It's been a really fun year. But when I talk to those who have been in governance and done these various things, nobody can remember anything like this. And the reality, let me make it even more backwards. Nobody even from our state, our governor's office wasn't even given a heads up of this taking place. And so the worst part about it is when you start working with the federal government, what you find out is, and I wish I was being sarcastic here, but the whole thing that Jen Psaki does where she says she'll circle back, nearly every meeting we have with the different offices involved in this, it's just greeted with, well, we really understand your concerns. We're very sorry you're going through this. We'll try to get back with you with an answer. And it's just the most bizarre, frustrating, but also maddening and dangerous and precedent-setting, because when they tell us they're only going to be here for a moment, I just got a picture sent from the facility today. They've already put up poles, and they're getting ready to put up a 8 to 10 foot security fence with a blackout shade around it. So everything is just surreal and monumentally out of control. And we haven't even started talking about the kids, quote unquote kids, who are all males, 13 through 17 years old, who it doesn't take a rocket scientist, it doesn't even take a social worker to understand the worries we have at a level related to trafficking and so forth.
How many people have been dropped off in Midland to this point?
Right now it's 500 with, well, to be fair, I've rounded up. It's about 485. So 485 to 500. The max is going to be 700, but what appears to be happening is they're already at max capacity because the facility holds 700, and there's nearly 200 workers from the federal government involved in the process as well. So they're pretty much at max.
Are you aware of other cities in Texas or maybe other states where this is happening, where cities are just kind of having these settlements created by the federal government?
We have one other city that, for the life of me, it has just escaped my brain. But the other city that hasn't escaped my brain is Dallas, Texas. So Dallas has been told that they're going to be housing up to possibly 3,000 of these unaccompanied minors in the convention center right in downtown Dallas. So the interesting thing about it is the federal government told us they had been negotiating and working with the city leaders in Dallas, and which we thought was a bit interesting, is why Dallas was able to get some phone calls and have some conversations, whereas we were informed, and within 24 hours we have that facility here. But Dallas is going to be the next location as well.
Do you have a sense at this point of what the future is? Are they've told you that there's going to be a limit to the number of people you brought, but do you have an idea of how long they're going to be there and where they're going to go when they leave?
Well, really the simple answer to that is no. We have been, what I do know is the contractor had a contract with the federal government for 90 days for this facility. Not sure you put up a full-blown privacy fence for just 90 days with an option to renew for another 90 days. And we have been told that the plan is for this facility to only be used for this first group of unaccompanied minors, although it's very, very, very difficult to believe that as well. And the last and most concerning thing to your question, which we have asked repeatedly and have not gotten answers to, is where are these kids going once they're released?
And that is a really reasonable question. Where are they going? Are they going into the middle of our town? Are they going back where they came from? Where are they going? And for really understandable reasons, people are concerned. But Mayor, we appreciate your efforts. We will be praying for you because it sounds like it's been a tough year, and we appreciate your service to your community. And thank you for your time today as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day.